part of the team? You want to part of the team? We need to part of the team. Let's have a part of the team.
We're here with Jahmal McMurray from Highland Park, Scott, right now freshman at USF. Jahmal, when you first got here on campus, just what were your initial impressions of the campus, just being on college and just here in Tampa?
When I first got here, I was a little nervous, to be honest. The campus there wasn't really a lot of people on campus, so campus was pretty dead a little bit. Over there where I stay at, it's called Juniper Popular, but I actually stay in the apartments behind that called Magnolia Apartments. But Juniper Popular is where we eat at and stuff. But the campus was pretty cool. I was just getting up every day. I had one online class, so it was pretty cool. Was just getting up, coming to work out every day. That's all I was really doing for probably the first few weeks.
You talk about your workouts over the summer, just what you're able to do. We're here at the practice facility now. You're able to come here anytime you want. What were some things you were working on, and how often would you come here during the summer to work on your game?
When I first got here, I was in here 7 days a week, Monday to Sunday, working out. Just coach will have us doing cone workouts, ball handling, shooting, attacking the rim. He'll have the dummies out here smacking us with the dummies. We just grinding. In the weight room, we do stuff like circuits, upper body, lower body. We do squats. Just the regular stuff that most colleges do for the weight room stuff.
Anybody that's followed your career and known you as a basketball player, and being in the gym is something you love to do. You're always working out. You've done that through high school. How much have you enjoyed just taking it to another level and continuing to work out, and how much you enjoy being in the gym?
I enjoy this a lot because this is a dream of mine since I was little to play Division I, and now that I'm here, it's really just amazing. To be honest, it's just like one step from the next level that I'm trying to get to. So I'm here, so now it's really time to put in the real work.
With your game, what are some things that you've seen develop with your game since Highland Park? Then you go to Sunrise, just a couple years that it's been, and then the summer. What have you improved on, and where are you at as a player right now?
Since Highland Park to Sunrise, I became more of a point guard and getting my teammates involved more and being more of a vocal leader. At Highland Park, I really didn't have to be a vocal leader. I was just a leader by actions because we had Cam Clark. He was our leader. He was the vocal guy. So, but from Sunrise to here, I would say my pace to the game. I'm more aggressive. I'm a lot stronger. I done gained about 15 pounds since I've been here. About 170. I'm about 174 right now. So I've gotten quicker. And I would say, since I'm the smallest kid on the team, so I got to be the aggressor no matter what. When I'm on defense or offense, I got to just bring it. Because if I don't, I could get exposed if I don't play like that.
With playing point guard, you said you're making that transition. How has that been just so far, in the transition to being a more full-time point guard? And also, Jahmal, one of your biggest strengths is shooting the ball. So how do you balance getting your teammates involved, but also still being aggressive, looking for your shot? How have you adjusted to that transition?
Actually, Strick's been trying to give me work on that because, when we first went to Spain, I was looking for my shot more when I was at the one instead of dishing or getting, starting offense. But now I done really got into my head to how I need to play here and how my teammates need me to play. And I'm still allowed to score a lot, actually. I still get the same shots or whatever that I need to do. But I'm more running the show. I'm running the show more here so I can get my teammates involved without having to, look for my shot first. And then Coach Strick just tells me when it comes back to me, then that's when I can go ahead and do my thing, get my bucket. But when I'm running the point, try and get everybody involved first, get it to the post. We got some real good bigs that can score on the block, especially 1-to-1. That's pretty much gonna be a foul or a bucket down there. So just trying to get everybody involved before I look for mine is what he's just trying to get me to do now. But I actually play the two still too, because me and the other point guard, we play on the court together. So I still play the two. Then when I'm at the two, I can look for my shot.
You mentioned Rod Strickland, obviously a guy that played in the NBA for a number of years. What has he helped you? You mentioned a little bit, but again, what has he helped you with your game, and also the whole coaching staff, guys that have been different places, different experiences. Tell me about the coach. What have you seen? What have you learned from the coaches so far?
I've learned Strick. He teaches you a lot with the ball handling, about taking up space on the court, how to run your team, how to get your shots. He can score too. He had a crazy layup package. He be having us on all types of that, finishing at the rim stuff. But really just to stay aggressive and Strick really likes me, he says, because I'm not scared. Like, I'm just always ready, prepared. I'm good on defense, so he loves that a lot. But he's actually, one thing he actually taught me was defense-wise, because we used to do like a lot of defensive drills, one-on-one type stuff with the other guards, and we had to put our hands behind our back. And he showed us how to not use our hands, because like me, I'm a scrappy dude, so I like to use my hands a lot. He taught me how to really just use my feet and my body. Even though I'm small, I can still stop people without using my hands. That was one thing he really taught me how to do. And like Coach Ice down there, he be having me on my floaters. That's one thing Strick had me do yesterday. I actually just did a full floater workout yesterday. Like, it was crazy. Nothing but floaters. Like, I ain't never just did a floater workout. And just to work on my touch, my floater's a little off right now. So that's one thing I've been working on more.
Jahmal, going to Spain, not a lot of people get to go to Spain, let alone, maybe where you're from, things like that, and you get to do it your first year in college. What was that experience like? First, non-basketball wise, but just what was it like being in Spain, the culture, and then explain maybe some of the things you got to see while you were over there.
Spain was crazy. Like the way the buildings are over there, like they have big fountains in the middle of the streets. Like you got to go around when you drive, and it's like. It's a real beautiful country, honestly. Like I ain't never seen nothing like it. Madrid was more like history type stuff though that we did. Like we had 2 educational days. That was more the history type of the stuff. But Barcelona was really like where our era would want to be, as far as like that's where all the people was at. People coming up to you talking in Spanish, thinking that we know Spanish. We looking at them like, yo, we speak English. Like we're from the U.S. They showed us a lot of love over there, way more than I expected, especially from the basketball point. Like, if you see like the video on Instagram when I hit the 3, little kids was going crazy. Like after the games, little kids coming up to us with their parents, getting pictures. Like it was a great feeling. Like I've never experienced something like that ever in my life. Especially coming from like Topeka, we don't really get to see a lot of that stuff. So, I mean, it got me out of Topeka to do my thing and to put on for the city. Put on for all my bros back home, my family, so I mean, I'm blessed.
So you got 4 games over there, exhibition games against different teams. Just first off, it wasn't a real game, but that first one that you had the USF uniform on, that first game, you talk about what that was like, and you hit a big shot, but maybe a rough game for you. But what was that experience like, that initial game for you?
Shoot, that experience was crazy. Like putting on the USF uniform, like. I was just standing in the mirror looking at myself like, yo, it's really here. Like, I really made it to a dream of mine. I couldn't believe it. I mean, I really didn't play that good, but I mean, I played pretty good for the point though. Like, I had probably like 5 assists. I didn't turn over the ball at all. I mean, I still controlled the team even though I really wasn't scoring. So once I realized that, I just started getting everybody else involved, and I just started finding everybody. That's one thing that I got to get better at though. Is not really worrying about my shot when it's not falling, and just continue to do stuff to help the team instead of worrying about my shot when it ain't falling.
And then after that, your scoring picks up the next few games, had some good moments. You had 17 in one game. But talk about maybe those games, but also you guys are down 22, big game.
Yeah.
What was that experience like? And then you hit 2 big threes for your team. What was that like, Jahmal?
That experience was crazy, but I'll tell you why my points started picking up, because I just calmed down and just played it like it was a regular game instead of being all jittery. That's probably really why I wasn't really making no shots. I was so jittery and just wanted to see the ball go in. I was rushing everything. But once I calmed down and realized that these guys is just like us, like they ain't really no better, you know what I'm saying? So once I realized that and calmed down and just played my game, I started scoring more and I started doing my thing like I usually do. But that game down 22, like first half, everybody's heads is just dropping. Like man, what we gonna do? Everybody's arguing, bickering. So when we went in the locker room, coach, he got in our ass. Shoot, he told us straight up, like, y'all playing ridiculous out there. Y'all not playing together. Y'all playing more one-on-one base. Everybody's doing their own thing. And one of his little slogans is, you do your own thing, you look like some shit, instead of doing what he wants us to do. So once we got into our head, we just started playing together. And we just started playing defense. We started getting stop after stops after stops after stops. And once we started getting them stops, so we look at the score, we down 10 with about 5 minutes. We like, oh, we here. And everybody just starts getting up, getting into it. By that time, you look up, it's tied up. Then they ended up scoring. We down 1, and I was on the wing. The other point guard drove to look for his shot. He didn't get it. I called his name. He heard me, threw it to me. It was actually a bad pass. Like, I caught it going like this, one hand, threw it up over like a probably 6'5" kid running at me. It went in. I wasn't hitting the whole game, but when that shot went in, I was like, oh yeah, like, I'm here now. Like, I had to see one go in. Then the play that I hit the buzzer beater was crazy because the play before that, the other point guard, I was spotted up on the wing. He went to drive. He kind of got fouled, but they didn't call it, so it ended up being a turnover. And they threw it up to a dude all the way down court, and I chased him down to get the foul, which I really wasn't even gonna do. I was just like, dang, I was just gonna take the loss. But I made that hustle play. He went to the line and made one miss one. They went up 1. Coach drew the play up. I was supposed to set the back screen for one of my teammates that's actually right down there. He's going up for the lob, and then I come off the screen for the 3. And a kid named Nehemiah Murillo, he was the one passing it out. He faked like he was gonna give it to the other point guard, threw it to me in the corner, and I just let it fly, didn't care, and then like just dropped.
Jahmal, what do you think this success over there will do for you? You get your points, you make some big shots, played over 100 minutes while you were there. How can that translate to the season, especially being your first year in school? How much is that going to help ease things for you think, when the season starts?
That's going to help a lot because we got to practice 10 practices before anybody else that's not going overseas to play. So right now we're used to each other probably more than any other teams are, because besides us just playing pickup, we actually played in 4 real games and had to be in real life situations. So I think that just drew us closer as a team, especially coming back down by 22 in the 3rd. Like that just brought us all together as one. So now we know each other's tendencies on the court and what we need to do to get wins and how to get stops. So we're kind of ahead of the game right now than some of the other teams in our conference or some of the other teams that we're going to play that didn't get to go overseas. So.
Classes started this week. What's it like, full slate of classes, and what kind of goes on now between now and when preseason practice starts in a couple months? What do you guys do now until then?
Well, since we've been back from Spain, we got a week off just to chill, relax, come and get shots up. Coach wanted us to come make 200 shots a day, just catch and shoots, no dribble, no nothing like that. Just come in, get your shots up, whatever. Then next Monday, we start our lifting again in individuals. So it'll be like we'll come in, lift. We got 2 groups, one at 1:30, one at about 2:30. Then after that, guards will do their individuals, and the bigs will do their individuals. And then just from there, we'll probably do that until practice starts in about a month or so. And then classes is cool. I mean, for a freshman, I got a pretty cool schedule. Mondays, I got 3 classes. Tuesday and Thursday, I don't have no class at all. Wednesday, I'm done by 12:15. Friday, I'm done by 10:30. So, I mean, I got a cool little schedule. I'll just be chilling.
The schedule, again, season doesn't start till November. One of the teams that you're going to play is Kentucky, obviously a big name. What do you think of that experience? Again, it's still months away, but do you think about it? What are your thoughts on getting to play a team like that?
I think about that all the time. Not even going to lie to you, because that game is going to be huge. And I know if I could do my thing in a game like that, that's just going to get my name out there for my individual own little goals. But still, get my team involved and still do my things I need to do for the team win, because that's all it's about. If we get the win, I really don't care about what my stats is, as long as we win the game. But I know it's going to be a tough opponent, very tough opponent. They're going to be the #1 ranked team in the country, of course, most likely. So I'm just going to come out and play my heart out and just know that I'm just as good as anybody on their team. So I'm just going to come out and just not really think of them as being Kentucky. So I'm not intimidated at all. I'm just going to come play my game and just do what I got to do.
Jahmal, you talked about back home, Topeka, and representing things like that. You speak on what you're able to do here, and I know you got a lot of friends and other players still there looking up to you. Do you feel that? Do you embrace that? What are your thoughts on being kind of a face for Topeka basketball right now, and with what you're trying to do here?
I embrace that a lot, because I know I got a lot of the young ones looking up to me, and that's really great, because coming out of Topeka, people don't really know, there ain't really nobody like that looks up, to look up to. And Tony Barksdale, Coach Darting, people like them two are really my 2 mentors down there in Topeka. And just for me to be a mentor to the kids like Malik and them, it's really just a great feeling because they look up to me. So it's like I got to set an example for them. And to know that I'm in the same, I'm from the same city as them, same school, same everything, so they can do it too. It just shows that they can do it if I can, So.
You mentioned a few people, Dardine, Barksdale, some guys you played with. Any other shout-outs you want to give before we get out of here?
I'll shout out Teron, my guy AJ, JB. Shout out my guy Quincy, Sean. They was over at Topeka High though. They arch rivals, but them was my guys though. Shafi, Cam, some of the older guys like O'Shea, Trey, Jamon, Steph. Them was my guys, so I still talk to all of them pretty much a few times a week, if not every day. Just everybody, man. I'm shouting. If I miss some of y'all, don't get offended, but I'm shouting out everybody in Topeka.
All right, Jahmal, appreciate the time. Best of luck to you this season.
Thank you.